All right, here we are. Another day. I'm grinding it out. I'm trying to raise my auto count up, matching it up with Dunner so we can try and get matched up. I'm trying to get it to Masters 1. I'd probably stop at Masters 1 because you really have to grind to get above that. But I'm going through the tours. I'm trying to get all my trophies back from up to Tour 10. I was maxed out at one point up to Tour 10, so we're just playing a little bit every day, just trying to get them up. Here we go. Tour. Let's make sure I got bags. I don't think I've changed my bags. I've been trying to play with the Thor's hammer bag, but the APOC bag has been working just fine. All right. I will stick with the APOC bag for the moment, and we'll see what we get in Tour 8. I was looking at my comments. This 9-hole cup that we're playing, the North, is at Nordic Fjord, which is in Tour 8. And one of my viewers commented that, they play a lot of Tour 8, so they play a lot of these Nordic Fjord holes. I remember the very first time the Vineyard Acres was in Tour 7, and the first time that we played in a tournament, it was like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th tournament that was ever in the game. It was close to it was in the first year, first time they played those holes. I was so jazzed because I was killing it in Tour 7. And I got out there in the tournament and I got my ass handed to me. Part of it was I didn't get it at that point. I was trying to play one-on-one while I was playing the tournament. And when you play a tournament, you have to have a little bit different mindset. It's fairway to green when you're playing one-on-one, but in tournament play, it's all about consistency. It's all about finding the spot and not trying to pound it out there and get into certain areas and getting yourself into trouble and going to a shootout and just recovering. You really want to play consistently. So once again, I was just looking there. I think 3.5 will be fine. Little teeny bit of curl. 4. It's 1.5 per ring. I'm going to do a 3-ring pull. A little less than 3 rings. That's like a 10% adjustment. Lean just a little bit to put it back in the fairway. And I hit it great to the right, so that'll really put it back in the fairway. Now I'm taking the risk of clipping the rough right there. 1.15. The first thing that I learned playing tournaments, and it took me a while to get it, and now you hear a lot of people talk about it, but when I first started shooting videos on, playing these tournament holes, it's all about minimum score. And so recognizing what the minimum score is so that you have to maintain minimum score, and then you're trying to pick shots up on top of that. So sometimes you'll find holes that you're not really doing that well on. There's min. There's max. There's about mid. So I'm eking towards the minimum club, which is 1.6 per ring. So 6 divided by 1.6. 4.31 rings. There's 431. Hitting it perfect. Ooh! I took 15% off. I should have took 10% off. Arrgh. I think I did that yesterday, and I should have added on 0.1. I got to remember. But in tournament play, playing minimum score is just so important, and you take it for granted because the scores have gone up in tournaments, and part of it's because we have part of it. I can say is there's more experience. We've played a lot of these holes a lot, but even when we're playing new holes, one of the things that is different is the ball inventory. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Business call. Business. And then I was talking on the phone and I hit the rough. I hit like a 75 ring grate to the left and clipped the rough. Sorry about that. What were we talking about? We were talking about tournaments. So playing shooting minimum score and then trying to pick stuff up. You find holes that you're having a problem on. Play those holes safe. Be aggressive on the holes. There are some holes, you can always identify holes in a tournament. There's typically always at least one, but typically it's the par fours where we have like our best opportunities to pick up shots. And like during the course of the week, if you just shot minimum score on every hole except for those 2 or 3 holes, and you went out there and succeeded on those 2 or 3, it's like, how many times did you hit perfect this week? You really only needed to hit 3 perfects. You needed to hit a perfect on those 3 holes. Because if you can hit into the cup perfect on those 3 holes, you got it made. And I've had that happen where the only holes that I hit perfect, I had one round where I hit perfect like 3 times in the whole round, once in the whole round, and ended up winning because the time that I hit perfect was the hole that I needed to hit perfect on. The rest of the holes I was going to shoot minimum score no matter what. All you needed to do was get minimum score. I could probably go like 3 3/4 rings on that. Trying to do a blind curl shot on there with that I went out from where my opponent's at on that little island right there. I went out 4 rings, but I could go out about 3 3/4, and then if I went out 3 3/4, I could put a solid 3 topspin on because I have room in front of me from where I landed. But it's trying to work out. You can see where I'm at. I still have quite a bit of room in front of me. Just trying to make sure that I have enough so that I don't over curl and under curl. What I really want is I want that shot to go dead center down the middle so that if I hit a grate to the left or the right, I'm still fine. And the reason that I kind of usually shorten up on the topspin is because if you hit a grate to the left, you'll run out of fairway and you hit the slope and it'll just roll off into the rough. And if you hit a grate to the right, you take the risk of it rolling off there. However, if you hit far enough on the right-hand side, you'll usually get past that on the flat, but that distance isn't too bad. Gets me over to the other side. Of course, we had a wind going one direction. Now we're in the storm. 8. Well, dude, you should never do that because I was in a situation there where I was up against my red line. I didn't have enough room to work out the wind. I was going to have to do overpower. And that shot, I could have screwed that shot up. And so never forfeit. Why would you forfeit? Hey, take the shot. Take the shot. You might make the big long shot. Why would you paid for the round. Why would you do that? Never forfeit on that. I have a ton of forfeits where I was in tournament play and I forfeited the shootout just so that I could speed up the video. But like when you're out playing one-on-one, shit, you paid for it. Make them take their shots. Never ever forfeit like that. Come on. How many times have you made that shot off that island? And if they would have made it right there, because it's very unlikely I would have made it going the way that it was going. Come on. All right, here we go. Boko 22. Lockdown sucks. It's just part of the deal. Wasn't that bad? Here we go. Okay, we're talking about holes in tournament play. Like in tournament play, the whole deal is you need to get down on the bottom. You need to try and get on the green. So here we're playing one-on-one. I'm going to bring out a low power ball, and my opponent's like trying to go for it down there. And they might make it. If they catch the fairway right here, which they didn't, they could have made it. But in tournament play, you definitely want to get down on the green side. And you want to get as close to the green as you can. And you can bring out a big enough ball that you can achieve that miraculous goal. But in tournament play, unless you want to waste a bit, or in one-on-one play, unless you want to waste some big-ass ball, you really 6.9 times 1.1 divided by 1.5. 5.1 rings. So in one-on-one, the whole goal here is, and we can recover from any place that we're at here, so it's not like it's that big of a deal on these types of holes. Even if where my opponent's at in the sand, they can still recover from there. But I definitely like my chances of going in better. This hole sucks anyways, but it's you're so damn uphill. I'm doing a 60% adjustment, but you see where my opponent's ring set is, where their yellow ring's at right now. When you're down on that side, it's like a 60% adjustment. So it's got to be bigger up here at the top. It feels like I should probably be doing like an 80% adjustment. I'm watching they'll make it. I've gone off the back of this green, and it's a... Yeah, if you're playing this hole in tournament play, you bring out whatever it is. That's the deal. That's the whole thing about the ball inventory that we have now, is that there's going to be a large percentage of your bracket that's going to bring out whatever it takes to get this hole done. There's min club. There's max. So I'm at mid right here, which is like 1.3 per ring. .8 divided by 1.3, 5.9 rings. See if I can push the wind out. Can I even get an angle on the wind? Hell no. Hell no. I can't even get to a spot where I can take the wind out. I can't believe I got that shot off. I looked up when I pulled it back and I was at 1. Crazy. I can't believe that I got that shot off. The ball inventory that we have now has changed a lot of these holes. We have, you got to remember, Playdemic is a ball manufacturer, and we're farmers. So we're farming out club cards, and they're selling us balls. And with the ball inventory that they have out there nowadays, there's a ball for everything. So some of these holes that were like, okay, you got to do this. Now we've got a 5 side spin ball, and you can do something totally different. Or we've got a top spin boost ball, and that changes the whole dynamic of the game. That's why they've gone back on some of these holes, and when they redesign them. Anytime they redesign the greens, or when they're doing these new pin placements, you look at the green. If you looked at pictures of the green before they did the pin placement and pictures of it after, like look at this hole right here as an example. The greens have, like this green's got a lot of moguls going up to the cup. But I'm wondering where the pin's at, the new pin. There is a little teeny bit of a plateau in that area, but it seems like it's much more mounded now. Like when they go back and they redesign it, they tweak a few things here and there. They make curvatures out on the fairway where we were able to take that ball and try and bridge that gap, and they make it so it's curved, so it's harder to get that done. It'll roll down to the hole nicely. 8.1 divided by 1.1. .83 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 3. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if I breeze by it or if I got my spin right. I'm going to breeze by it. I did a 20% adjustment there and I was still way to the left of the cup. I'm trying to remember. Gotta remember. I've only been playing these Tour 8 ones now for what, a couple weeks, and I don't know, I've played maybe 20-25 matches, so if I played this all the time trying to remember what the adjustments are on these par 3s. Getting my ass handed to me here. Let's clear out a slot just in case we get somebody that wants to replay. Just in case. Hole Tour 8. Tour 8. I played on these Nordic Fjord holes that are in here. I played the walkthrough the other day when I did my scouting report, and I went and played all the holes because we have new pin placements. And I kind of like the pin placements, especially on the par 3s. It's opened up some shots on the par 3s. I think on at least 2 of the par 3s, it seems to me that it's made it easier, which is good because those par 3s blew. My opponent's going straight forward, and in one-on-one play, this is definitely the way to play. There's no shot at Albie if you go this way, but you don't take the risk of blowing the drive and ending up in that sand trap over there. You can get screwed up. If I brought out a big power 3 ball, I would definitely go to the left because that gives you a shot at the Albie. But if you're just trying to get up there and secure your eagle, this is definitely the way to go. No, in my opinion, it's not that you couldn't make Albie from over here. It's just not a high percentage shot. It's not a high percentage. It's 2.1 per ring. I'm going to do 4 rings. That's 8, 4. And that's like a 10% adjustment. Put just a titch over power. Not enough to make it go any faster. The lower you are down here, the shorter the distance is to the cup. So obviously you'd like to be much lower, but the way that the rough kicks out at the beginning of the run, if you try and squeeze down there too low, you take the risk of getting caught up in the rough, and you do not want to get caught up in the rough here. Now, the good news is that my opponents, they should be all right with this wind. They should be able to get up there with a sniper, but this is definitely a hole that's better played with. If you're going to play this direction, playing it with a big dog or a cataclysm, they can use the wind to their advantage. And it looked like they were getting very nice. The downside about bringing out a big dog or a cataclysm is that a lot of these shootouts, you're in your wood and they're much easier to play. .3 divided by 1.8, 6.27 rings. There's 5, 6, 2, 7. See if I can get it up there without ending up in the rough. If I can make the curl. No, I'm going to end up in the rough. Needed to put more curl on it. Well, I'm just getting my ass handed to me today. Well, I still got a shot because my opponent's got an in-bringer. And at that distance, you really don't need to move off the cup. Hit it great to the left and it'll miss. I can't believe at that distance that it moved off at all. Do do do. Do 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 do. Hit this perfect, it goes in the hole. And I hit it great. And it won't go in the hole. Damn, is that 3 in a row I've lost? I can't do that. We can't have a 3 in a row. Good game. Good game. Good game, my man. Good game. Let's rematch. Come on. You want a rematch? You want to play? You a player? Let me win my money back. There you go. There you go. See, we have that replay button. We can actually replay people. I think it's legal. See if they'll see which way they're going to roll it. I'm going to roll straight up the hill. Perfecto. Let's see which way we want to go here. I don't know that I've hit to the left here in forever and a day. Is there a shot to the left? And you got to get way down there past those trees. That's the deal. You got to get way, way, way past the trees. It's a full ring set. Full ring set 7.5. I'm just going to do a ring set and a titch. That puts me like 2.5 rings into power. One ring great to the right. If you're going to hit it one ring great one way or the other, that was the way. That's into the wind. $333. Big ass tailwind. I really do wish that Playdemic would. There's no need for them to continue to do this shit where we had a 7-mile-an-hour wind that was going from the left to the right, and now we're in the same plane, so we're looking in the same direction, and the wind has changed 90 degrees, maybe a little over 90 degrees, because I was going up against a slight headwind. Changed 90 degrees, and you know, like if you're playing out on a golf course, it's 5 minutes to the next spot. What are you giving me the old smiley frowny face for? $11.2. I'm just going to do 11.2. It's 1.1 per ring, so there's 10. There's 11.2. Max curl. One ring great to the right again. Close. Get to the fringe. Don't get to the rough. If that had went in, it would have been just luck. Just pure D luck. That's the deal. Pure luck. Not a fan of playing your inbringer like a rapier. If you wanted to run topspin and play a rapier, you should have just brought a rapier. Not that you can't play it like that, but obviously you can. Everybody acts like you can't play a rapier like an Embringer. A rapier's got 100 backspin, so you can play it the same as an Embringer, and you can run out tons of topspin, so you can play it just about any way you want it. It's the cool thing about a rapier. Perfecto. In hold. All right, going to a shootout. Let's see if we can win one. Will this be 4 in a row? I'll have lost 4 in a row if I lose this shootout. Can't have that shit happen. Shit. What happened to the 75% player? And this isn't my favorite hole, but I can do all right on this. 1. I think I can do all right, maybe. I'm just curious with a sniper, why aren't they just bouncing it over? You can bounce it over from the island on the right-hand side. You got a pretty good look at the cup right there. Not a super big fan of hitting off of hillsides like that, but they do have a look at it. And that'll be like 2 inches away. 1.93. Does that look like 24 inches, almost 24 inches away? Or is that a yard? 1.93 yards? .4 divided by 1.1. 5.2 rings. There's 5, 2. Hitting it perfect. Right there. 1.19. I think that beats 1.93. I did not lose 4 in a row. Look at that. Wow. Blind squirrel can find a nut. Good timing. All right, hold on. All right, they wanted to play again. Spam call. I get, on my work phone, I get maybe about 10 a day, and on my personal phone, I get about 7 on average a day. So I get like 17 spam calls a day, every day. Okay, 11.4 divided by 1.576. There's 5, 6, 7, 6. Put some curl on it to bring it back. Oh, okay. You can't do that much curl in rookie. You can't do that much curl in rookie because you'll clip that tree. But in pro, you can. You're far enough back, you can do. I think you can do a max curl shot there in pro. I'm in big ass trouble. Big ass trouble. I may actually hit this to the right so I can get to the other side and clear so I have a shot at the cup, other than the normal shot that we're looking for. And my opponent can rough bump it out there. They can. Yeah, you can't do that much curl in rookie. You'll clip that tree right there. And I think they clipped it. They let me in. They clipped the tree. They hit that and clipped the tree. Can I get over to that side? And I'm not going to be able to clear those trees. Not against that headwind. Let's just lay it up. Since my opponent got me back in the game, let's get all the way to the tip. .6. It's 2.5 rings. Just put it up there in the absolute perfect spot. I never get that deep in the shadows on the drive. I'm usually right on the edge of the shadows. There's a pocket, that pocket that's there in the front. I'm usually like in that pocket or right up against that front shadow. Now they're in the sand, so they might have that spot right there. If they end up in the right spot, they will have a shot in between the trees. But that shit can go wrong. I think they'll be fine right there. I think they'll be fine. Yeah, they got a nice clear view at it. Nice clear view. .1 rings. Here's 4.1. Oh, and I hit it great. Had a good look at it right there too. Wish I hadn't hit it great. Perfect would have been right there. I think I would take that with the Goliath as opposed to and okay, set your shot up right there, bro. And they didn't change their spin, so they don't have that much backspin on it. It will be long of the hole unless they hit the flagpole and get lucky. I think I would have bounced off that island. That island looks pretty flat. That's a pretty good. A lot of times those little bunker islands like that are domed and they suck to hit off of, because if you're off trajectory even just a little bit, it'll hit on the edge of the dome and you'll go off in the wrong direction. But that pad right there, you can see it right there, it's pretty flat. I think I would have bounced it over with my Goliath and took a run at it. That way you would at least had a shot. Okay, can I win 2 in a row? Can I win 2 in a row? Is it possible? Is it possible for me to win 2 in a row? Is it possible? Let's see. Let's see what hole we're playing. Let's see what hole we're playing. Okay. This is one of the holes here that the redesign I actually like. They've moved the pin to the left up high, so you can bounce off of that island right there, and you don't have to do all of the spin in order to get it to come back to the cup. The risk here is that on the second bounce, you'll clip that rough, because you got to bring it around so much. And depending on which way the wind's blowing, like the way that the wind's blowing today, when you go over the edge, it's really distorting the rings. We'll see if my opponent got it all right. Bounce number 1, bounce number 2, good to go. Good to go. There is a rough bump that you can do here. Let's see if we can do the rough bump. Man, this is a dangerous ass rough bump. I'm not going to do the rough bump. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent, not at this juncture. 4-6. And there's 4-6. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if I pulled out. I think I probably over curled it. I did. Probably needed to do like 3/4 curl or half curl. I was trying to set it off far enough to the left that I could do max curl and give myself room. Good game. Good game. Good game, my man. Are we done? Have we played 3? Did we play 3? Did you win 2 out of 3? 2 out of 3 ain't bad? Damn it. I don't know why they did that, where you can only replay somebody 3 times. I guess they figured that you might get hooked up with somebody you knew and then you'd replay them all day long, which I have done. And that you might give somebody 5 cents. They really do not like their fans. They're the crowd that plays the game. Does it feel like... I know you can't expect a lot from these games, but does it feel like a lot of these games like give you perks, or they give you stuff, or they give you, you know, shit? What is it? The only time we get something, we get 1 ball, or even on the anniversary, they don't go, "Hey, thanks for playing," and give you a pack of balls, or... Hey, we had to do an update, and we know you had to wait a little bit for the update to happen, so here's a pack of balls, and here's a free gift, and they still haven't done anything with the clans. We've had clans now for, what, 3 or 4 years, and other than just your standard stuff, we don't have any clan perks. Someone in your clan buys a $100 pack, and you don't get any perks because of it, like promoting the clan, like, hey, like, we want to promote the big fish that are buying the thing, and we want to encourage you to buy things, so every time somebody buys something, everybody in the clan gets a gift. That's why it's important to be in a clan where everybody's buying shit. I have no fucking clue what my opponent is trying to accomplish here. I have no clue. I have no clue which way they're hitting it. I think they're hitting it over to the right-hand side, and they're trying to go down that fairway, but I haven't got a clue what they're doing. Whatever it is, they did it. They accomplished their goal. I'm going to take the old number 3 bag. The old number 3. Four, 6, 2.1 per ring. So I'm gonna add on 10. So I'm gonna do 2.5 rings. Put a little bit of curl on it just to bring it back to the fairway. Perfecto. Trying to hug that left-hand edge over there as close as you can get. Now in tournament play, I try and go straight forward and bridge the little bit of rough that's right there in front of my opponent and get out right in front of where my opponent's at. They can use that wind and easily get on. And they left the wind on, and then they're going to try and do a max curl. I think they're going to end up in the rough if they hit it perfect. Let's see. I think it's going to get pushed forward, and it's not going to have enough curl, and it's going to end up in the rough. That's exactly what it looked like. That is exactly what that looked like. Do a max curl shot here, and I'm going to do a rough bump and try and just bleed myself out. It's 1.6.4 divided by 1.8. Straight up, it's 355. There's 355. Max curl, little teeny bit of overpower. No overpower. Hitting it perfect. Just trying to get a rough bump to get out of there. Let's see if I clip the rough, and I missed the rough. Hit the sign. Missed the rough. Shit. I missed the rough by a country mile, too, on that second bounce. I was trying to do a second bounce rough bump and just bleed out on the other side over there, but no dice. No dice. Let's see if my opponent can get the perfect. El Perfecto. You never know what's going to happen when you hit on those hill faces. It could, if you hit in the wrong direction, it could throw it off in the direction and you could still make it. I'm not a fan of hitting off that steep of a hill. Well, I can't see my shot. Can I see my shot? Maybe. Maybe I can. I don't like that. I don't like that one little bit. In the hole. So damn close you couldn't hardly miss. In the hole. 1-1. Look at that. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut. I'm having a tough time trying to finish out Tour 8 here. I'm just dinking around, losing 3 in a row, and then winning 1, and then losing 1, and then winning 1, and losing 1. I am winning some, though. I am working on the bankroll. How much time we got? How much time we got? We got time for one more. One more. Where are we at here on Tour 8? 67, 77, 87, 89. I'd have to win 2 more in order to max it out. Seems like when you get down towards the end, it just takes forever to get the last ones. You either finish it off really quick or it takes forever to get the last couple that you need. Once you start going past Tour 7, you never want to go back down and play the lower tours, because if you lose trophies in them, you'll never, ever, ever get them back. Well, you can get them back, but it's just a pain in the ass. $11. 8.1 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. One ring great to the left. It's hard to get them back because you're playing against replays, and so it's hard to get your trophies back. Wow. I must not have been. I was pretty close to max club there. I did a max adjustment plus 10% and definitely overpulled it. Definitely. It's hard to get your trophies back against replays because they're, I don't know what their deal is, but they're fairly consistent about, they always play minimum score, so you don't win out, you've got to win a shootout. And then their shootout stuff is, I don't know if they do, I don't know how they pick the replays, but usually they're not, you got to be within 2 yards, especially on the lower courses. You really got to be close. Really got to be close. 8.2 divided by 2, 6.57 rings. And that'll put me short, but that'll be fine. The whole deal here is to recover and get to the shootout. 6.56 rings. There's 5, 6, 5, 6. Hitting it perfect. Yeah. Am I making this hard on myself or what? Am I intentionally making it hard on myself? Maybe. No. But I'm definitely making it hard on myself. Giving myself challenges, that's the whole deal. Maybe my opponent will screw up. No, they're not going to screw up with a grizzly. I really think that wind adjustment from up here at the top is bigger than 60%. It is. I did a 60% wind adjustment and got pushed off that far on a perfect shot. And my opponent is not going to give me an opportunity. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice. Nice, my man. Now I got to win 3. Let's see if they'll replay. Want to replay? Are you a player? There we are. There we go. Giving me an opportunity to win my money back or lose more. One of the two. It's guaranteed to be one of the two. We just played these holes in a tournament. Extra mile and a marlin. See if my opponent can get to where they want. You want to get far enough on that second, on the pad that they're trying to hit to over there, where you can get in front of there's a sand trap, and when it spins around and looks at the hole, you'll see some tall grass sticking out. You want to be in front of that tall grass. It gives you more room for maneuver. Water hazard. My opponent opened the door. You opened the door. Seven divided by 1.5, 4.61 rings. There's 461. That puts me ring in the power. Hitting it perfect. Oh, and I should have put some curl on it. But I don't think it's going to matter. Should have put some curl on it instead of just hitting it straight down there. Not a lot of curl, but a little would have helped. You see that tall grass right there. If you're in front of it, way up there at the front of that, you've got a much better look at the cup. And there's a rough bump that you can do there. You can barely get it done. I think I was in short iron. You can get it done with a Hornet. If you bring out I play normally with my 77 account, I play with the Kingfisher, and it doesn't have enough topspin to do the rough bump, so you got to go straight at it. In the drink. In the drink. Might be able to get there with a Grizzly. Does Grizzly have enough topspin? No. Let's do all the backspin and just get right up on it. 6.4 divided by 1.1. I guess we're right back at 6.4. I was adding on 10%, so there's 6 FOA, 6.5. Who's counting? Yeah, fuck, that was 2 rings great to the left. And short. My husband's playing in the group behind us. For all you non-golfers, that's a golf joke. Being short. That want to go in the water as well? Are we 3 in the water? Are we 3 and out? Well, at least they got a shot at it from there. Putt the ball to win. I'd let if I was a teammate, I'd let him back in it so we could go to a shootout. But play brutal. Let's get a win. Let's get a win. Let's see if Chris will play the rubber match. There we go. There we go, bro. What is it with people in their pictures? I played somebody the other day that was taking a selfie while they were in the bathroom. I'm not sure that's a wise idea of taking a selfie while you're in the shower or sitting on the toilet. I mean, come on. Come on, man. That's a fucking dangerous ass shot there, especially against that kind of wind. Am I going to get over? Will I get over? If I pulled way back, I mean, that's my spot. 11. 7.5. 9. Shit, I can't even pull any farther. We'll just see if we can get over to the other side. Might as well go for it. Can I get over to the other side? I got over to the other side. There we go. Miracle. I at least made it over to the other side. That should give me wedge to the cup. And we had 11.4 almost headwind, almost due headwind. Let's see if we get the reverse and we're playing 180 golf and we get a big ass tailwind on the next shot. So we're playing in a tornado. That'd be typical MO for Playdemic. This variable wind blows. I am in Hornet, and there's Min Hornet. There's Max, so I'm about mid. And we playing divided by 1.3, 7.338, 7. I'm going to do 7.5. .5 rings. There's 5, 6, 7.5. Isn't it perfect? Just a little bit of an overpull. It was 7.38 and I added on 0.1. I probably didn't need to. Probably should have just did what the math worked out to instead of adding on. I think Chris and I are going to go to a shootout. How many trophies you got to have maxed out Tour 8? Is it 2,600? I got to be. I've been flirting around. I was, 1 or 2 away, and now I think I'm 3 away. It might be 2. Need to win the shootout. Kind of excited to finish. I had big problems the first time I played, going up the scale, trying to max out my trophies in Tour 9. Tour 9, told this story before. I won half the trophies the first day, I won like 16 in a row, won half the trophies, and then I went out and then 3 months later finally maxed it out. They changed the course. They changed the courses, and I wasn't happy about it. Especially with the clubs that I had at the time, the new course that they added into it was brutal. And of course they wanted us to play that course more, so we played that course. That course was like half the time you played that course, and it was brutal. All right. Four 4.3 divided by 1, 5.67 rings. There's 5, 6, 7. Getting it perfect. Laid it up. Damn it. With a headwind, it should have been like 3.5 top backspin instead of 4. With tailwind, it's more towards the 4. I don't know that I would take any wind off. Or I'd put the wind, yeah, there you go. Adjust for the direction and then take the wind back off. And they're short shooting it. And they hit it great. That was actually pretty decent. Good game, my man. Good game. It was a good game because I won. There we go. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Where am I at as far as trophy count? Am I getting close to maxing it out? Am I like 1 away? Can I actually max it out if I win 1 more, or am I still 2? I am two away from winning and getting there. Let's see if I can max it out today. I'll play 1 more and we'll see if I can max out. We'll play 1 more and see if I can max it out and max out Tour 8 today. Can we do it? Can I win 1 more and max out Tour 8? And then we'll be shooting Tour 9 videos. I think I have enough of a bankroll. I would prefer to have a little bit more bankroll to go to Tour 9, just because you gotta be willing to take your lumps. I do feel confident. I know all of these courses, so I do feel confident. .9 times 1.1 divided by 1.5, 7.26 rings. There's 5, 6, 7, 2, 6. I'm going to lean a little to the right. And I hit it to the right, so now I'm in the rough. I'll make this bounce, but I'm going to end up in the rough, right? Right. Oh, I can't believe I missed it. Good, good, good. Taking off 10 to the cup. 0.9 times whatever the wind is. Divided by wherever the hell I'm at in my club. I should be in wedge. My opponent's brought out what looks like a big ball. Is that a rabbit ball? And they're in the sand. Where am I at in my club? There's Max, so I'm at Max Club. Make sure I leave myself enough room to get to the hole. .2 divided by 1.2, 3.15 rings. 3.15. There's 3.15. Oh, and I hit great. I was running out of time, so I didn't have enough legs on it. It was there. It was there. I was running out of time, so I just shanked it. The hole that I had the most problems with when I was in Tour 9 before was the fish hole. It was a par 3 shootout from Oasis. Anybody who's played Oasis enough knows what the fish hole is. And the hole that I played to get max trophies, I finally had a good shot on that hole. Finally. That hole brutalized me. And then what happened was after that, I went back and I figured out how to actually play that hole. And I didn't do it the whole fucking time I was playing Tour 9. And after I got done playing Tour 9, then I figured out how to play that hole. And I was like, bam, bam, bam. Now I get on that hole and I actually feel like I got a chance for hole in one every time I get on it. The new pin placement is brutal, but the old pin placement I have down. Let's see if we can win a shootout here against the Buckeye. .2 times whatever the wind is. 4.2 divided by 1.1. Okay, so last time I did, I think it was, I need to do like 3 and a little. 3 and, get where I can see what the hell I'm doing. There's 3 rings off down there at the bottom. 4.58 rings. There's 4, 5, almost 6. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if taking off that little bit of spin gets me closer to the cup. Yes. Now my opponent has an opportunity to break my heart here. 5 power ball. They brought a 5 power ball and 1-on-1. Come on. How many of those did you buy? You're a priest. Come on. How much money could you possibly have? That you bought enough of these that you can blow these kind of balls out on 1-on-1. Do you not play tournaments? Look at that. Maxed out Tour 8 today. I guess now I'm going to have to play Tour 9 because I definitely don't want to have to dink around doing the deal. It's all about bankroll at this point. So I got to play smart if I'm going to move up at the 1 million a pop with 27 million. Going to have to play smart. Where did that put me in my 1-on-1 today, or my weekly bracket? 3 million, and I'm at 9.6, so I should be able to go up to expert 3, trying to get the master so I can get matched up with Dunner. Trying to get everything, our trophy count the same or similar, tier the similar, weekly brackets the same, everything the same, so that we give ourselves the best. I have no freaking clue what their matching up policy is, because it's really weird when you're playing. So like right here, you should be able to match up. I'm in this weekly bracket, I should technically be able to match up with anybody in here, but I guarantee you there's people in here you couldn't match up with. Same thing in a tournament. Everybody in your bracket you should be able to match up, and I've seen people in my bracket that had 4,700 trophies, Masters 2, and I've seen people in there that are rookies with 1,250 trophies, and you know that in one-on-one they would not be able, or like just playing, they couldn't match up. Their matching system would not allow them to match up, but yet they'll put us in the same bracket, and we should be able to match up. So people will go, well, yeah, I'm playing somebody that's got, maxed out trophies and they got all these clubs and stuff, and so they don't match them up, but then they put us in the same bracket. Like, how is that? Like, what's the deal? Like, you don't want to play them in one-on-one because they'll kick your ass, but it's okay if they're in your bracket and they'll kick your ass. It cracks me up the way that their matching system is. And it cracks me up when I have never lost against somebody because they had better clubs than me. I have lost because I didn't play my clubs as good as I could have. Somebody might bring out a bigger ball and kick my ass because they can get themselves into a better spot than me. But I'm baffled by the matching system that they have here. All right, looks like I have maxed out Tour 8, so we are off to Tour 9 on the next video. Look at that. Look at that. Maxed out everything up to that point. Now we're off to Tour 9. Try and get my trophies back in Tour 9. There's only 800 of them or 700 of them to get. And I got all 900 of my Tour 10 trophies to get back. So we got our work cut out for us. What are the courses here? Gokasha Bay, Parc de Paris, and Yosong Gardens. I know Parc de Paris. I know all those holes, but I can't. I would not be able to pick out a Gokasha Bay or a Yosong Gardens hole if you showed it to me. But I'm sure I'll figure it out once I get out there and start playing. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one.